Hello, welcome to my ITSL game versus Ziemowit, who beat me terribly a couple of days ago in our fortunately friendly games in the Blitz setting. And now I am standing before a chance to take revenge on him in a slightly more important game, which is our ITSL one. And I got served a pretty good hand to do the job, so hopefully it will help. With Europe, socialist government's headline is pretty obligatory. Ah, God damn it. Okay, so my Nasser is kind of waste this way, unfortunately. But I'm not going to complain because Europe's situation looks pretty good. Of course, I used US Japan and not Marshall, because Marshall looks like it may be a playable card before the end of the turn. In the worst case scenario, I can just take two non-battlegrounds with it and secure a domination this way. Or I can just give it up completely. Okay, he has to get Milops somehow, so I will just secure Europe with the goal influence. And if he lowers the DEFCON to 3, then I will decall and take Thailand. If he lets me. If he enters Malaysia before that, then unfortunately I may not be able to do that. Whoa. I do not like doing that. But well. Looking at our head-to-head score, you should probably listen to him when it comes to Twilight Struggle strategy. Okay, he fails that. That's kind of important. I think... So, normally I would try spacing Marshall, but we have seen NATO, so I think securing Greece and Turkey is just a better option, because it really solidifies my reign in Europe, and it doesn't activate NATO. I mean, it does activate NATO, but it doesn't really matter. And also, yeah. And also, De Gaulle and Socialists are gone, so him overprotecting France is kind of annoying because it weakens the Suez crisis, but other than that, it doesn't really matter. So I think it's worth playing in this manner. Okay, that's interesting. He still doesn't have Milops. Hmm. So me decalling to African low stability battlegrounds or Thailand will just result in him getting a free coup, which is not good. I wonder if I just ignore that DEFCON and decall this way. Hmm. Or even this way. On one hand, it kind of gives him some juicy coup targets. On the other hand, oh, I guess if I do that, he just takes Thailand with operation points, if he's able to. But then I can quit with China. Yeah, I will just go greedy. The thing is that, of course, I give him many good coup targets, but the thing is, it's just too many to take advantage of. Whoa. Okay. I have to do good. Okay. What do we have here? Okay. We didn't get the CIA. We got the containment. Nasser is also something I'm glad about. I think I will go for Nasser to immediately cut him off uh, the, the Egypt route. Okay, I'm glad that CIA is gone. Unfortunately, that worked. Okay. Uh, can I play Vietnam Revolts for event? I probably can. So let's do that. So the thing is, in, in terms of ops value, playing Vietnam Revolts right now for the event would probably be decent, but it kind of slows me down because it doesn't give me Burma mm, access. So I would have to waste ops on something like entering Laos and then breaking Malaysia, and it's just not good enough. So I will gladly just play it for ops. This way, threaten India, expect him to just take it with a free up, and then uh, take Burma completely and see what happens next. I also don't have an easy way of getting mill-ups, so I may just try entering Saharan states. Okay, that's annoying. However, I don't see any way to stop his domination in Asia in the long run, so I will just spread a little, protect North Korea. If he has Asia scoring, he can just take Afghanistan, Indonesia, and score it. I will use this time to space NORAD. Alright. Um, yeah, there is nothing to do about that. I will just space NORAD. And fortunately it worked, so I'm ahead in space. Ay, ay, ay. He had Asia. That sucks, but it's not like there was anything to do about that. Do I play Fidel for I think I event him now, so I have something in Central America, and also I'm not as vulnerable to Cuban Missile Crisis. And since CIA is gone and I already am present in Algeria, it doesn't really make any difference when it comes to DEFCON. But that's really annoying. I wish I could just take Iraq now with containment. Unfortunately, it is not possible. Mm, Alright, so I guess I can just start doing uh, Saudi Arabia. It's it's something I want to do in the future anyway, so I can just as well start doing it now. Both ops won't go to waste. Distal is somewhere in the deck, so since I have defectors, if I draw it, I will have a stable headline. Uh, my situation would be much better if I drew it. Whoa! Yeah, I know, but Truman is still somewhere, but unfortunately for him, I am the one who drew it. So, his sneaky plan didn't work. That's good. Unfortunately, he got Distal, which is terrible for me. Hmm. He doesn't know about the goal card, but he knows about Suez, so that doesn't matter that much. When it comes to him headlining Europe scoring, I think I will let him coup. I think taking Italy back is just too important. So in the Pakistani war might be an important card in terms of giving me Milops. Also Suez is tempting. The goal is not as good. I will just go for in the Pakistani war. Duck and cover. Okay, so he doesn't take advantage of his break in Italy because oh, that's so good. Oh my god. Okay, that really helps. Um, yeah, I kind of agree that this is really an unlucky role for him, but I am not going to let him complain while he got distal. Come on. Um, or do I want to get rid of Truman immediately? Because then Independent Reds would be a free card to play. So I may just do that, and then I will hold 5-year plan. Do I want to hold 5-year plan? I'm not. I'm not certain. I think I would rather get rid of it with Truman, get some more ops. So maybe I will just do that. Oh no, because if I do that, then Independent Reds won't be. I would have to space them, and that's probably not something I want to do as Soviets. So I think I will just get rid of it immediately. So 5-year plan will be my hold card, independent Reds defectors, and the rest of the cards will be played for ops probably. Okay, Warsaw Pact. Sure. Let's just do that. He can try entering Colombia. He did that last time we played, and now he doesn't seem to be able to get his Milops, so I wouldn't be surprised if he tried that. Alright, so of course it's wise of him to uh, overprotect Pakistan. However, I still may try getting Asia domination by just forcing uh, South Korea. And that's because I know nearly all his cards except one, and those cards are not really good for him. Oh, okay. So that's the one card I didn't know. It's annoying, but that means that now Japan is up for grabs. Not in one move, unfortunately. So he only has playable 2-ops. So if I do something like that, no, that doesn't work. I would have to. No, I would have to ensure my Japan victory in the next move. I would have to do something like that, and I think I will. I think I will. I would absolutely not be as courageous, confident is the word about this move if it was mid-war, because then I would suspect he could have SALT negotiations to get his Japan back. But now it doesn't really seem that he can have that card since it's early war. So I will just hope that he doesn't throw it immediately. Of course, of course. Sure. It's not really a common event, but I think I may try taking control over Taiwan. So I really ensure my domination in Asia. Of course, it may change after he draws something like colonials, but until then he doesn't. Okay, he's convinced that I have it, but I don't. I just have no access, so I don't really have any other place to put my ops. Um, so he doesn't even have access to Laos, Cambodia, or Vietnam, which means that he doesn't even have a really easy way of flipping any non-battlegrounds, which is really improving my chances of retaining the domination. Okay, that's a decent hand. It has many ops, no good events except one small step, which will be my headline. It is kind of protected from the Missile Envy card because of NATO. And NATO is also a free 4-up because special is gone. Okay, that's bad. Okay, that's acceptable. Oh, come on. Okay, that's really annoying. Uh, yeah. Okay, so I have to get back there. And I don't really have a way to force him to give it back. And that's really annoying. Hmm. So, first idea that I have is something, or maybe even something like that. But he can just take Panama, Mexico, and Algeria. So, it doesn't really grant me anything. It just gives me presence in Africa for a while. Yeah, I'm not able to get that by force in any way. So, well, entering Costa Rica is a decent achievement anyway, so I guess I will go for it. And if he cures something there, then I will get Vemilops, because now he has Vemilops and I don't, so that's another reason to do that. So I guess it's something I want to do anyway. And unfortunately, looking at my hand, this Tunisia is probably going to be my only African country this turn. So it's kind of important for me to grab it. Yeah, that's something else. I will enter Costa Rica with Summit. Get rid of another. Oh, I mean, get rid of one of the one-ups I have. I would be really hesitant when it comes to spacing the Pope in this situation, because it will disable me from spacing two ups, which is, yeah, which may be really bad for USSR. But since grain sales is gone, I will try it anyway and fail it, for better or worse. I'm not even sure if I wanted to. Oh, come on! It's exactly what happened in our last game, where he just got African control on turn 4 and scored it. Well, since he has the China card, I didn't even try breaking Algeria with NATO. It would probably just fail, and even if it didn't, then he could use the China card in the worst case scenario and just retake it. I will break Panama though, because in that way I can enter Colombia and force him to really coup and give me the Milops. Ooh, okay. So okay, that's interesting. Um I think I try that anyway. Do I? Maybe I don't try that anyway. Maybe I do. Ah, I don't know. So the thing is that I want to enter Colombia with Lone Gunman because I have to play 5-year plan last, and if I enter with Lone Gunman, I can coup it back with Cuban Missile Crisis and gain enough milops. And if I do something like, I don't know, something like that, then I have to coup with Lone Gunman and it doesn't grant me 2 milops. I am leaving Panama not taken, which is kind of risky, but on the other hand, I don't think it is that risky, and it's because he could have taken Panama now, and he didn't. Of course, he might have been scared of South America, but whoa. But it looks like he has better things to do regardless. Yeah, if you wait, so this is not enough, right? It's not. Mm, do I let him take Thailand with the China card? Or do I let him score Asia? I don't think I can let him score Asia. Oh, but wait, he will be able to score it anyway, because if I do that now, then he may use China to take Thailand and score Asia for a draw on his last move. That's terrible. But unfortunately, I don't think I have much of a choice. He may also have Southeast Asia, but it's equally bad then. I guess I will something like that, and if he has Asia, he can just score it, and well, fuck me, I guess. He had Asia. Oh, that's annoying. Let's finally take Panama. Okay, this is really scary. Okay, this is better. Hmm, sure. So there are 5 possible scorings here. I mean, 5 possible headlines, and 3 of them are scorings, by the way. And there's also Purge and Salt. I think Purge is the way to go. I really think, I really think that. Hmm, sure. So, what can I even get with Salt right now? Distal is not that important anymore. I think I can purge him and... Hmm. Okay, I will start by purging him anyway, because if I get Missile Envied, it will be a disaster. I mean, yeah, it will be pretty bad if I have Purge in my hand, so I will purge him now. And I guess it helps with Junta a bit. Of course. So, let's take that back. And overprotect it. I want to play Shuttle ASAP because it doesn't change much in the Middle East unless he like takes a battleground there, but it doesn't seem like he's able to. And then if I drop Middle East, it will just count. 1 VP. Sure, chat is wasted. Cool. Where do you... Oh! This is not civilized. I mean, I got Italy and India, sure, but at some point you have to stop. Thanks to Purge, it doesn't even grant him control of Venezuela, but it forces me to respond while my hand is on a really tight schedule. And it enables him to lower the DEFCON without any punishment for that, which means that I am not able to do anything in Africa, and Africa is absolutely in need of my response. And now he can crew Angola, of course, which is annoying. And he takes me out. Okay. Which region is the most likely to change? Probably Egypt. I mean, probably Middle East because of Egypt-related cards. So Camp David and Sadat are still in the deck, so I will just drop Middle East before it gets ugly. Please, no Panama. Okay. Fortunately, that didn't work. That would have been a disaster if that hit me. Let's get rid of Central. Oh yeah, that is what I was referencing. Yeah, let's drop Europe. Liberation is annoying, cultural is whatever, Brezhnev is kind of annoying, but it really depends on who would draw it. What do we want? We can get Purge, we can get Junta. Junta is probably in the long term is probably the best here. Brush War, Purge and Junta are my three candidates. I would really want to get ADM, but I don't have that luxury. I think I will go with... I will go with Junta. Okay, that's interesting. I could use that as an opportunity to realign South Korea, but I don't think I can with my terrible military score. So I will just Zaire. Okay, this is not bad. It's not good either, to be fair, but it's just fine. It's Defcon is still 4 because he didn't coup. I mean, he couldn't even lower the Defcon because of nuclear subs. So North Korea is still an option. It risks Thailand, but maybe it's worth trying anyway. I think I will go with Junta and see what happens. It's really flexible. Okay, voice hurts, but we'll see what he comes up with. Wow. Okay, he just annoys me there. Um. Okay. Hmm. I'm puzzled. I still kinda want to realign South Korea. It seems to be an important thing to do. But now I don't have a good realignment target with Junta, and I don't want to coup. I guess I can still do that. I can still just realign on -1. Maybe good enough. It is good enough. Let's try realigning then. Whoa. Okay. I will admit that was lucky. Well, he will take Thailand, I suppose. Yeah. Uh, I think it's still worth trying to get it. Unfortunately, it gives him NORAD, but I think it is an acceptable cost. Mm, well, okay. Um, I don't have any bright commentary on that, so let's just. Okay, at least he got that. That would have been really unfair if that failed as well. Um, okay, let's get Burma and enter Brazil. Let's use Nixon for that before he plays the China card. I think I would rather give him two VPs than give him China card. Unless I can just keep it. Then I would have to space puppets. But maybe this is the way to go. Or I can space Nixon, I guess. Yeah, let's try that. I don't feel like I want to give him those two VPs. Seems to be a rather bad idea. Formosan. Yeah, he activates NATO. So let's get rid of the scoring. Decal to space, that is fair. Let's use OPEC. Okay, he does that. That doesn't really force me to respond immediately, unless I'm really scared about Zaire, but I don't think I am. Or maybe I should be. Should I be that scared of Zaire? Maybe this is actually a good reason to play South African Unrest for event to get access to Zaire. I was leaning towards playing South African Unrest for Ops to fill Brazil, but now I think his entering of Cameroon really forces me to do this. This looks like a more responsible and safe play. Okay, that's a passive play. I'm missing one card in my tracking, and I can't find it. That seems to be important. Oh, yeah, of course, he used his men in Tehran. That's what I was missing. Okay, so now I can either space or play one of the cards for ops. And I think I would prefer to space. However, it's kind of risky. Mm, what do puppet governments give him? What can he do with them? He can take Zimbabwe, and that would be bad, especially because he doesn't have access there. So I will just, if I am to space, I think I should space Nixon, because if I hit space with puppet governments, I will be stuck with unplayable Nixon. I could also take Laos, Cambodia. Or I could play puppets to Brazil and Zimbabwe and then let him resolve the event, so he won't take Zimbabwe that way. And there are no... he will probably just fill the small countries in Central America. I think this is acceptable. Yeah, let's do it this way. I think it's the safest play in this situation. Panama Canal, sure. Okay. Let's see what we have here, and let's see what he has there. We got the ABM and arms race, which is great. We also got bear trap. Flower power. Okay, this is actually annoying because he knows about my flower power and ABM, and he has missile envy, so he will surely get one of the forbs, which is bad. The question is, do I prefer to be the first one to get the coup or the second one? And I think I will. I think I want to be stuck with ABM in my hand and let him use flower power in the headline phase. So if I don't headline ABM, I kind of... He will know what I headline regardless, so maybe that doesn't matter that much. Okay, what else did he get? He got Missile Envy, Korean War, Cambridge 5, Willy Brandt, Kitchen Debates, Ask Not, and Usury Reverse Skirmish. And he doesn't know exactly about my UN intervention. Hmm. Okay, I think that at this point, Missile Envy headline is not something I can avoid. So I shouldn't worry about that perhaps. Or maybe I just don't care and headline ABM. If he wants to headline something else, then he lets me get away with Flower Power and ABM. And if he headlines Miscellany, at least I know what to expect. I will, of course, go Angola, because if he chooses to take away Zaire with Flower Power, having Angola is absolutely crucial. So I guess that's that. I expect him to coup Zaire anyway, yeah. And now let's at least enter Botswana and let's take Venezuela. He broke on his AR-7. If he takes Botswana now, then I guess I will be forced to react to that. And with this little ops, it will probably not be... Oh, okay, so that's what he got. Africa is really not good for me in my games against Ziemowit. I should look into that. Well, okay. Mm, let's maybe start with what's obvious. Space Nixon. So the good news is that all other... Wait, really? Why? Korean War? Oh, he got Asia as well. Sure. Okay, that's... Okay, that is annoying. Did he drop Cambridge 5? Wait, did he even have Cambridge 5? Yeah, I don't see it. I think he had it. And he chose to not discard them. Okay. Hmm. Sure. Sure. Okay. Um... I will be surely giving him OAS, and I will be giving him Sadat as well. He knows about arms race, so if I coup anything, he will just coup back. Okay, I will try doing that. I guess if he got Middle East with his Kennedy flavor, it makes it easier for him to get a draw in the Middle East, but it's not something I can easily avoid doing this turn. So I guess I can just play my cards and force him to attend different places on the map, and hopefully he will run out of steam sometime. Okay. Um, I will just overprotect everything, so the OAS doesn't really enable him to get advantage in South America and play bear trap in response to whatever he decides to do. Alright. Oh, that's smart actually, because now he can double break Cuba with OAS. But well, if he wants to do that, I'm not going to stop him. So the idea was that I didn't overprotect Cuba because while I had Nicaragua and Haiti, if he broke Cuba with 2 influence, yeah, I could just realign him out of there. Now I can't, but I can fight for Cuba easily, and it doesn't seem to be bad for me because now Ortega is unplayable for him. Central. That sucks. I admit I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see that coming. Okay, so he got me there. I think I will do that to set up for Muslim Revolution. Yeah, it's possible that I misplayed this turn. I'm not sure what exactly I should have done, but the fact that he got away with Central really annoys me. Okay, that's obvious. He still has usury. Okay. Pershing terrorism. Okay, so the obvious threat is uh, him getting the war games. How do I defend against that? Hmm. Okay, I think I will headline Pershing, so that's a guaranteed 1 VP. Okay, that's scary. And it disables NORAD, but it doesn't seem to matter that much since he's going to take the coup anyway. Okay, at least he took out a red card, so it's not free for him to use it. He lets me coup. Okay, let's start with Cameroon, that's obvious. Now I can either go for Botswana or Uruguay or something in Central. And this one is not as obvious. Since I have Liberation, I think I will go for Guatemala, so now my points in in Mexico will be more of a threat to him if I decide to put them there. Sure. Yeah. So I can just roll a die in Argentina with Brush War and see what happens. It's potentially probably the biggest game changer I can achieve now. I could also use terrorism, but I don't know if I want to wait for him to fortify her. Will he fortify her? Will he drop South America? He may have South America, and I don't really want to enable him to drop it. So I will just take Argentina before he can do that. He goes to space. That's unfortunate, but I didn't have anything to space anyway. If he has... Okay, I will use terrorism now. That's not war games. So now if he has war games, he just wins. he doesn't. That's something. When it comes to meal-ups, we both have them. So I will just poke. I'm keeping the wars in my hand, but it doesn't seem like I will be able to utilize them in a reasonable way. It seems that his countries around Iran and Pakistan are just fortified too well. It's 1/6 in each case. Unless I want to wage war against Iraq, but I don't think I do. Okay. Now, in the Pakistani war is out of the question. Let's see what he does with that. Formosan doesn't seem to be a useful card for him anyway. Okay, he had it. That's good. That kind of that suggests that my choice of immediately going for Argentina was correct, which I'm glad about. Glad of. I think I'm realigning Chile anyway. What else am I? Whoa! Wait. Okay, I'm so distracted. Why didn't I just take Mexico immediately? Jesus Christ. That was so weird. Uh, I'm definitely not playing this game at my best. But that one is a special one. Okay, now I feel a lot better. Okay, let's realign Chile. Okay, that didn't work. And he fixes NORAD. Sure. You can play your extra turn, sir. I have nothing against that. Alright. I think using Lone Gunman would be useful here, so I will just go for it. And see what he has to offer in his hand. He turns down my wall. somewhat successfully, but his hand is not impressive. And thanks to gunman influence, I have just enough to take Mexico and Italy, which is exactly what I will do, I think. He has only two good discards to Latin American debt crisis. I mean, he has exactly two, not only good ones, but exactly two discards to it. Okay. He has Pope, which probably won't matter that much. And he has Colonials, which is kind of annoying, but Africa belongs to him anyway, so I don't think it's a huge game changer. Alright. Uh, let's just take what's mine. Uh, sure. So that looks like a job for Junta. Or does it? No, actually, I don't think so. I will just give him independent rights and try realigning Chile once more. And it works. Nigeria or Uruguay? Nigeria. Whoa. Realignments are strongly in my favor this game. It's unreal. Yeah, sure. I think I will just take Nigeria by force. It's yeah, I basically have to take it somehow. So if he doesn't let me coup it, I will just overtake it. Evens the Pope. Now Europe is starting to look kind of scary. Mm, and I will have to give him special, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm running out of space here. It is completely possible that I will use Junta to coup Uruguay just with ops to get Milops. Or no, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, he can't break me in Europe successfully yet, so I will start by doing this, and I will ignore Europe for a second. I will have to use special relationship ups to repair Italy breaks with it. Yeah. And then I will be left with two ups. One of them will be used to coup something to get my Millops, and the other one will be used to improve my situation in Europe. And that should be a relatively stable play. Okay, let's take it out from Israel because Iran is still uh, is still potentially vulnerable to hostage crisis. Mm, and now I can use Latin American debt crisis to get my millips, and on my last AR I will use South African unrest to guard Europe against potential Chernobyl plays. Socialists, okay. So he can now play Iran-Contra Scandal for ops and then discard Quag. I suspect he will coup something, yeah. Reasonable. And Quagmire goes out. Okay. Reformer is something I'm really happy to see. And Cultural Revolution is also something I'm very happy to see. Let's start with that. The rest is kind of looking scary here, not gonna lie. But with Cultural in my hand, I am much calmer than I would be otherwise. Such a blue hand. Good news is that he doesn't seem to be able to shorten my hand. So if I play the China card, and he can't take it back either, so I will be able to hold both Star Wars and Voice of America, which still leaves me with tons of bad cards to play, but not as many as I would have to play otherwise. Okay, this is uh, not good, but fortunately I have Reformer. I wonder if he... I mean, it's possible that he was going to go for Europe, but since now I am taking the China card back from him, he will choose something else. I wonder what he decides. Central is probably a decent target. Maybe Middle East, if he has the scoring, is a decent target. He goes for Europe. Alright, that's exciting. Yeah. It's so good that I got the East European unrest and not him. It would have been really tough. Okay, so he will probably start with Italy. I will use my chance to coup. I will use Evil Empire as it doesn't change much. Unless I really want to try to get this 1 VP advantage. With space. Then I would have to use war games. I'm not using voice, I'm not using solidarity, I'm not using Star Wars. Um, it's too early for studies. I'm not using East European unrest. Very cool. Uh, Maybe I could Egypt with war games. Maybe that's actually what I'm doing. That works. Unfortunately, he gets NORAD. But since Chernobyl is active anyway, it doesn't really matter who activates NORAD. He's just going to get it and use it in Europe. There's not much I can do about that. I suspect he will. Oh, actually, it's not that obvious. But yeah, he'll probably just put it in Italy and then take over Italy. Then I will space East European unrest, hopefully succeed, and if I'm able to play the improved version of Reformer, I will. And if not, then, well, the casual Reformer is that's good enough. Okay, he goes for that. Oh, and he goes for another NORAD. Uh, for another NORAD activation. I think it's advisable to go for Reformer right away. Yeah, I will not break Canada. It doesn't seem to make much of a difference. It's fascinating. Usually, the Reformer is the card that activates Glasnost, but in this case, Glasnost actually activated the improved version of Reformer. Okay, I don't think I can lose on final scoring. And I don't think I can lose before final scoring either. It just seems that I'm going to win this game. Europe was probably his only chance. I don't know what he would have to have. Oh, if he has US Japan, he will uh, annoy me there, but that doesn't really change much. Do I still space East European unrest and not any other card? I'm not certain. I will be playing Solidarity, so it's probably good to space it anyway. I will go for that 1VP. Yeah, and I'm not going to risk some weird shenanigans in Europe, although I literally have no idea what would have to happen. North Sea oil. Goes for Iraq. Okay. I don't have anything to look for in the Middle East, so I can just as well do the things I'm going to do anyway, which are those. Ah, he had it. That's 3 VPs. Alright. Now let's go for an evil empire. At this point I think I can just break him wherever I want to and force him to respond. Okay, I forced him to play Muslims. Now AWACS is less painful of a card. And I actually got Algeria. Alright, so my last move of the game will be... Let's just break Israel. At least that's something he has to respond to. GG. Alright. So, I strategically let Ziemowit win 3 times in a row in our last encounters. So now my victory against him in this tournament game is even more glorious. Uh, yeah, it was a really close game, as he points out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next tournament game, or if none of them come up, then probably a friendly game. See you next time.